Well, hello, everybody. I wanted to come to you directly and live since it seemed like we had some issues here with the video that I had put up a little bit ago. Look, I want to take you guys directly to this right here. So we're going to start out with looking at January of 2000 and I digress. January of 1982. Child, it's been so long. I It has been so long since 1982 was around. That's literally the year that I graduated. But I do want to show you guys that because that's important when we're looking at exactly what's going on. So let's get here. Let's share the screen. We're going to look at this. Here we go. I hope this thing is cool. Yeah, here we are. All right. So you've got Air Florida, right? Let me make sure you guys can see this. Yeah. So it's Air Florida. And I'm sure there are a lot of people who may remember, but if you don't remember, like I said, I almost called it 2000 because it's been such a long time ago for me. But this was Air Florida Flight 90. All right. So the Flight 90 redirects, and it was the year that Ronald Reagan was in office. So the airplanes and the Black Hawk that looked unique to me that collided tonight was, having the scuttlebutt with regards to the 33. They were going to be landing on that particular air pad, right? 33. Nonetheless, this incident happened as Air Florida Flight 90 was was a scheduled U.S. domestic flight that was operated by Air Florida from Washington National Airport, now Ronald Reagan Washington National Airport, to Fort Lauderdale Hollywood International Airport, with an intermediate stopover at Tampa International Airport on January 13th, 1982. The Boeing 737-200 registered as N62AF crashed into the 14th Street Bridge over the Potomac. Exactly what happened this evening. Not necessarily the 14th Street Bridge, but definitely into the Potomac River. Just after takeoff from the Washington National Airport, striking the bridge, which carries Interstate 395 between Washington, D.C. and Arlington County, Virginia. It hit 7 occupied vehicles and destroyed 97 feet of guardrail before plunging through the ice into the Potomac River. The aircraft was carrying 74 passengers and 5 crew members, and only 4 passengers and 1 crew member, flight attendant Kelly Duncan, were rescued from the crash and survived. Another passenger, Arland D. Williams Jr., assisted in the rescue of the survivors, but drowned before he could be rescued. 4 motorists on the bridge were killed, and the survivors were rescued from the icy river by civilians and professionals. President Ronald Reagan commended these acts during his State of the Union speech 13 days later. Now, let's go ahead. I'm coming back over to you guys. Let's go ahead and take a look at what's shaking today. All right. Hey, Betty R. Cool Dowling. Hello. And James Richter. Hey. All right. So let's take a look at what's going on tonight, which everybody already knows. But here's what I'm doing. I'm looking at why we got these dots connecting so blatantly. And I want to know who was on the plane. And it didn't look like no plane to me. That it didn't look like anybody bumped into somebody. I mean, I'm not I'm not an aviation expert. We would need, our good friend here to tell us about that. But it just didn't look like something was running into something. It really didn't. So here, let me go ahead and pull up the next one because I just want to see this. Yeah, but I better take that other video down because I could not believe that when that thing went up, it was a full 1-minute video, and all of a sudden it pushed it up and made it a premiere. And I was like, a minute video as a premiere? Who does that? Then all of a sudden I'm trying to take it down. Then I'm trying to take the video down, and I noticed that when I did go back and view it, it was skipping. And I was like, what gives? I don't even understand it. But all right, so here we go. So then I said, oh, you want to play? You want to play, do you? Let me just go ahead on and do this live. All right, there we are. Here's what we know, and this is according to CNN. I love the way that they do things. A passenger aircraft carrying 64 people collided midair with a U.S. Army Black Hawk helicopter near Reagan National Airport outside of Washington, D.C., as it approached the runway. Now, it was the 33. It was 33. That's what I'm going to try to fix that video, even though it's a short one, just to put it up because it gives the bullet points. Anyway, so as it approached the runway, according to the Federal Aviation Administration and defense officials, there are no confirmed casualties at this time. According to the Metropolitan Police Department, a massive emergency response is underway in DC's Potomac River, where the passenger plane and the helicopter collided. I'm going to put that video up, you guys, and I want you to look at it again. This time it won't be that skippity skip thing that they had going on, but nonetheless, I want you to tell me what you think. If it even looked like it was if it even looked like it was a something colliding. I'm really amazed. Anyhow, let's see. The plane, American Airlines Flight 5342, with 60 passengers and 4 crew members on board, had departed from Wichita, Kansas, according to the airline. 3 soldiers were on board the helicopter that came out of Fort Belvoir, Virginia, according to the U.S. defense officials. All takeoffs and landings have been halted at the Reagan National Airport. All right, so there you go. The Black Hawk that collided with the plane was on a training flight, officials say. The U.S. Black Hawk that collided with the passenger plane on Wednesday was on a training flight at the time of the incident, Joint Task U.S. National Capital Region Media Chief Heather Charis tells CNN. So the 12th Aviation Battalion, based out of Fort Belvoir or Belvoir, provides helicopter transportation and technical rescue support to the National Capital Region. It's not clear where the Black Hawk took off from before the collision. That's what it says. So again, I needed to come and share that with you since it looked like we were having a few issues there trying to get the news out with that. Even though you guys had already seen the news, what I was trying to do was juxtapose the two with a very subtle thumbnail, asking anybody if they remembered January 13th of 1982, when we had this very same type of calamity, although this one, thank goodness, cross our fingers, has no casualties. That one at that time did have casualties, right? So that's all I wanted, you guys. I didn't want to come and bug anybody, but it is good to see you guys. It's really so good to see you guys. Really. So I'm happy that all of you are well. I'm happy that you're here. Thank you for, at least pulling up to see what was up with the live. I'm going to try to upload that video again, just in case you guys want to look at it and see what I'm saying, as far as it didn't look like two things were going in the same place. However, when you're looking from far distance and they are as technically close as they are, it could look different from our sight, if that makes sense, right? All right, before I go, I want to love on you guys that are here. Let's see who we have. Okay, Bellator Senex, Robbie V, and Mike Peterson. Hello to all of you. I love you, miss you much. I may come back and see you guys real soon. All right. I love you guys. And remember, I'm going to tell you guys keep your eyes open, because things are not always what they seem, right? Right. Okay. For the Lockhart Radio Podcast, I am Felicia Lockhart, and I thank each and every one of you for tuning in. Let's see each other soon. Okay. All right. Take care.